So let's see how to master the mind. Mind works like, imagine you're querying Google and you're saying 10 reasons to live my life to the fullest, and you get Google results based on the query. But then if you put the query like, is there any point to living life at all, you're gonna get that results. And if you say 10 best reasons to end my life right now and why life sucks, you're gonna get those results. So this is called the law of assumption. It's very trending with the manifestation community. But we're going to reframe manifestation actually, because you're the projector of consciousness. You're giving this assumption that you want to understand something through that assumption. And your mind creates a logic, it creates a paradigm. So if you say, how is it possible that I'm so successful? Your mind's going to find reasoning and logic based on the information it has to prove this to you. If you're like, there's no way, if you start, there's no way that I can ever do this, your mind's going to, yeah, no way that you can do this. Like all these other people that are doing it, that's way better than you. They have this, you don't have this, right? So the mind is very relative, or the logic that we say, like something is very relative. And then on a more global level, more holistic level, what happens is that as you assume something and you create stories around that, the reality is always actually reflecting. The reality, other people, are always reflecting your eternal script, all the stories that you build. Okay? So this means, it's crazy stuff, guys. This means that like you're not even like, I'm gonna do this manifestation, I'm gonna like, reality reflects to you your self-concept all the time. You're all the time manifesting. You see? And things like money, car, house, opportunity, girlfriend, boyfriend, this is like something that everybody, I guess everybody desires to experience, unless you're a Buddhist and you're trying to attain something not of this world, or you're both in the age of Aquarius. Temperance in the age of Aquarius. I'm both. So you're always manifesting, but your idea, your self-concept is relative to and only to you. Now also let's expand this into something more crazy. There is no objective reality, because shifting your beliefs, your worldviews will shift your reality actually, because reality is holographic, it's a dream. Okay? So shifting your self-concept will shift your reality. Then there's no objective reality. Everybody here is in their own VR helmet. We're like fantasy role-playing game. Keyword here, fantasy. Like reality ain't even freaking real. Okay? What there is an objective consensus. Okay? Consensus reality. So that's, I make something real, and then I invite you to my YouTube channel and we make it real in our relationship. And then in the group of friends, we make something real. We start to, let's say, publish DVDs or CDs, like mixtapes. We start to tell a story and we start to live a lifestyle and we start to publish that, I don't know, hip hop music, for example. And then it becomes also something that everybody starts to experience. Everybody starts to live that lifestyle. Everybody starts to co-create that reality by listening our music, fans, other people collaborate, and that's a movement. And there's a collective consensus there. But first it needs to be idea or just a gimmick or just a joke that one person was playing with, and it did not exist. Okay, so look at these crazy like pyramids that we created when we were in Egypt, and we were there as like, with these like crazy helmets and stuffs and like wizardry and stuff. And that culture was as crazy as hip hop movement, and maybe even crazy. Okay, ancient cultures and the culture that we have today, it's all such a trip, such a trip, such a trip, such a trip. And it's all this one consciousness tripping balls, and literally from something more subtle creates all these maps and civilizations and like physical realities. And then in these realities we become accustomed to the method and the civilized method, or kind of like moral of that day and age. You see? So nothing is a given, but we can co-create the hologram, and then it becomes buildings, it becomes books, it becomes a culture, and then everybody participates in that. Now, if you want to tune out of the everyday, you'll start seeing unicorns and other stuff that is on another level of vibration. But we are here and we are humans mostly because we're interacting with one another, and we're co-creating one reality through many projections. But each individual should be like you, me, we should be having the craziest freaking trip. Like your craziest, most artistic, most most new, most fresh, most unseen, most trippy should be where you start from and add to the collective canvas. You add to the collective canvas. So you do not take the collective canvas like there's some bullshit there. There's so many exciting, streams of consciousness and convergences, and like everything is really rich and funny and interesting and all the time changing. Okay? But there are some things that you simply need to like ignore. Okay? There are things that you need to ignore. For example, like what if I was saying here that you're not good enough, so you need to buy my stuff, but this is implied. Like advertising implies this all the time. Like you're not having something. YouTube thumbnails imply this all the time. Like, oh my God, there's some scarcity mechanism that want to drive you into competition. Okay, and this is panic mode. Okay, because all the time something is refreshing. All the time something is, the old is getting old. And this panic, this FOMO, like everybody uses that, but the FOMO suggests that like you're not, like you have to hurry. And that kind of like launches you into the race, where, which is cool. It's a game. Everything is just a game. You're playing with yourself and other users. Like, hurry up, come on, buy my stuff, right? Because I bought it. I got it. The newest stuff. I was waiting to get it. It almost ran out. Now I got the stuff. So now hurry up, subscribe to my channel. It's gonna run out. Like this video, I'm like, if you're vibing with this, if it's like entertaining, yeah, do it, right? But like, so reality is projection of you, okay, your reality, and whether you're a billionaire or see unicorns, this is totally up to you. Okay? Then, co-create reality, to stabilize it as a physical experience, okay, or even for people to see things in the same way. We will not see them in the same way. But when we agree that we want to see something in the same way, it becomes physical. Yeah? So mostly then we have things that are concepts in the collective that we discuss because everybody sees them differently. Like, what's a hot topic? Like transgender people. And then everybody has their own projection. Or what's a hot topic? Like, I don't know. You know, everybody can have their own opinion. But when we stabilize something into a collective agreement, which can be just you and me, hey, do you want the red chairs or the blue chairs? And then all day it's like what chairs to buy. You know, even if you're deciding just for yourself, your mind can be, I like these, I like these, I like these, I like these. I cannot. There's all this quantum instability with the choice. Before the choice is rendered into manifestation, we need to actually choose something, pick something. It's that easy. Yeah. You only need to prove it to yourself, convince yourself, because it is your assumption that becomes reality. So you're the creator, you're God. But then if there's two instances of God, say you and me, and then we're talking all day about like which restaurant, sometimes it is impossible to manifest that reality that we're going to end up in the same restaurant, sharing a meal, because nothing in like my spectrum of choices and your spectrum of choices will overlap, right? So now you have to do bartering, sales, marketing, you know, hey, I got like French fries, I got my YouTube channel, I got these offerings, like what do you want any of that? And you're like, yep, or nah, scroll. So infinite people trying to then synchronize with somebody else to have a relationship like, oh, you want to play this? I want to play this. And we're playing, co-creating then. But there's no such thing as reality because all of these experiences that just arise from this screen of reality is the void, is the formula, is just shooting pixels, and we're dancing puppets, and we're like, we are really experiencing it. That is the only thing that is real. Nothing even about the physical level of stuff is kind of like, it's simulated. Video game. So nothing but dancing pixel sounds, sculptures. Fundamentally, all of that is the screen. That is you, consciousness. But installment in this screen is also what we call the Sims or the human life, which is really cool. So yeah, fun stuff, right? Let's see if you have any reaction to my video. Drop a comment.